Hey, Kris Wise here with Wise About Flower Mound, and I am here with Whitney Williams with East Layne Photography. So, tell me, Whitney, when did you get into this business?
So I started photography about 3 years ago,
Okay.
and I kind of started with everything, but, got down to I love photographing families and babies.
Oh, babies.
Yes. So I actually am getting back into birth photography. So
Okay.
I have a model call going on with that, but I want to be everybody's family photographer. I don't want them to go anywhere else. So anytime people come to me with an idea, I kind of run with it.
Okay, well, that's great. And that's true. I mean, it's kind of like I want to be everybody's realtor for the rest of their life.
Yes.
So you think about, the kids are little, you take a lot of photos. My kids are in high school now, and it's like we haven't had a family photo in I don't know how long.
Right.
So, and I've seen what some of the photographers have been doing. So what venues do you like? What's your kind of thing?
So there's a local birth center in Flower Mound that's just opened up. It's called Flourish.
I'm going to be interviewing them.
Yes,
soon.
I'm super excited. I get to meet with them on Thursday, so that's going to be amazing. I love Anana. That's up in Denton.
Okay.
And I love all about babies. I've done a couple of their baby shows and I've met a lot of the women there, so they're amazing. There's all kinds of birth centers local that moms get to choose from, so they don't have to stay with a hospital nowadays.
Yeah,
everybody's doing more home births and birth centers.
Well, that's great. So are you doing still photography, video, or what's your specialty?
I do still photography. I'm working on adding that video element to my services, but it's a little slow going for now. So I have 2 babies at home of my own.
Oh
so
my gosh.
they take a lot of my time.
I'll tell you. I mean, trying to be a mompreneur, and to build a business is definitely a challenge. I mean, my kids early on when I became a realtor, they would be in the van while I was doing showings. Please don't report me to CPS. They're high-functioning adults, well, almost adults now. But, I'd bring them along to showings and things like that because my husband traveled a lot. So I certainly understand.
Yeah, that's kind of why I slowed down on birth photography about a year ago. So my daughter was born actually a year ago on Friday.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
It's her first birthday.
Wow.
But she's my mama's girl. So she always needed to be by me, and she's just not old enough that she's okay with being with a sitter.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So with birth photography, are you going during the night? I mean, are you on call? And, oh my gosh.
Anytime a mom hires me, she's got me from about 37 weeks up until, some moms have went to 42 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm on call. Anytime they think they're going into labor, I'm there.
Oh my gosh. So tell me more about how that goes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this is it. And then you show up?
Yes. Okay, so some of the moms have had prodromal labor, which is, your body kind of thinks it wants to go into labor, but not quite yet. So I've had a mom last year. She was in prodromal labor for about 5 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yes. And went to the hospital almost every single time, which nowadays I'm not really allowed to be in hospitals.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
So that's why I'm kind of running a model call for those home births and birth centers. So anybody who wants an out-of-hospital birth, I can still be there with them. As their support person. But yeah.
Wow.
So they call me when their water breaks or when they hit active labor, but most of the time I am in constant communication with those mamas.
Oh my gosh, that's great. So what about C-sections? I'm a C-section mom.
Yeah, I am too. My first one was a C-section. So usually whenever that happened, obviously pre-COVID.
Right.
Sometimes I would be allowed in the OR with the moms as a support person, sometimes not. It just kind of depends on the hospital's policy. Yeah. But in the case that I'm not allowed to be back there, I would send my camera in with a nurse and edit the photos afterwards.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah, but usually the hospital, the nurses, and the doctors were pretty forgiving, I guess, or allowing with letting me be there as soon as mom and baby came back from the OR. So I could get those first moments, of mom and dad holding baby.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, what a neat experience to capture.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of women that it's still kind of taboo, and you don't know if you want that extra person in your birth space. But I had a birth photographer with my daughter, and you don't even notice that person there. You're in the throes of pain and labor, and afterwards when you get your gallery, you're like, I didn't even know that happened.
Right.
When did I, strip off all my clothes?
Right. And pop into that tub.
Yeah, you don't even remember.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I've seen not your work, but other people's work and the videos and just how they capture in a very modest way. I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh. It's just amazing. And what a way to just capture something that's just an incredible experience that us moms get to go through. So.
Well, and it's like your wedding day. Most people don't get to redo their wedding day. Some do, they choose to do it, but it's always different the second time, right?
Yeah.
But with birth, you can't go back. You can't push that baby back up or push a baby back in, Once it's done, it's done. And that's what I want to help moms capture is, that birth. And I want them to be able to look back on those photos and be like, wow, this is amazing.
Oh my God.
If you feel those emotions all over again.
Exactly.
Without the pain.
Right, without the pain. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I was fortunate in C-section.
Yes.
I mean, it took away. I mean, it was a very different experience, obviously. I mean, my very dear friend, when she had her third child, she allowed me to be in there, and that was just incredible.
Oh, that's amazing.
I skipped all of that. It was just an appointment.
Yes. But that's okay. That's how, I'm there not to judge moms or to, put my opinions in their birth space. However they choose to birth, that's okay with me. I'm just there to capture their story. Like their wedding day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So not all births go okay. So how have you handled that?
So far, I've been lucky.
Good.
All of the babies and moms have been 100% okay. And, birth is unpredictable. Anything can happen at any point in time. And, probably the scariest thing I had was a mom who had her baby the cord was wrapped around the neck. And he had pooped in the womb. So had the meconium and stuff. And, NICU team had to come in as soon as that baby was born. And that was scary. And, when those things happen, I just put my camera down.
Yeah.
Because you have to respect that space and you have to respect mom. And whenever it's okay, that's when you keep going.
Yeah, exactly. No, that makes sense. Definitely. Because, I mean, some of that, Yep.
Yeah. It happens. And I mean, when you decide to go into a profession like birth photography, not everything is going to be okay all the time.
Right.
And you just kind of have to deal with that. And once you leave that job, because that's what it is to me, it's a job, but it's something I'm passionate about as well. So once you leave, you just kind of have to decompress and then follow up with that mama because she just went through that. That's her life.
And you were there with her in a sense. You witnessed that and not everybody else did. So you can certainly talk to her about, wow, everything's okay.
Let her
and
talk
all
about
that.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but it's such a blessing to be able to see all these moms giving birth, and it's just one of those natural human things that happens.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how exciting!
Yeah.
That's just, and you seem just like perfect for it. So that's great.
Well, on my website, I say that whenever a client hires me, I kind of become their like best friend on a technology device that they can put me away anytime they want.
Yeah.
But seriously, whenever people hire me, I'm constantly texting them, and I want to be in contact with my families and with my mommy and me's, everybody.
Right. So you I guess really gravitate towards the birth photography, but then you also want to be their photographer.
Yes, ma'am.
For their 1-year birthday and all of that.
Yep, I do all the families. I've done a couple weddings here and there, and I love weddings, but birth photography has my heart.
Yeah, weddings seems like you've got Bridezilla. You've got a lot of things. I mean, not that they're all that way, but, even I turned into that.
It happens. The nerves get to you. So.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things happening, and you've worked so hard to get to this beautiful day, and then one little thing might go wrong, or something, and then
yes, and I've seen it happen before, but. That's okay. It happens. Yeah. And I tell my moms this who have toddlers because I have a toddler at home. He's 3 and he's crazy. Yeah. So I get it. And whenever I photograph families who have these small babies, it's kind of like on your wedding day. You just breathe, and they're gonna be them, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just kind of gotta let them roam around and let them get their feelings out.
Well, and sometimes those are the funniest pictures.
They really are.
I mean, oh my gosh. I've got a Santa photo with my older son like that, and my younger son screaming, and oh my God, it's so.
My toddler, my son, when I was pregnant with my daughter, we had our maternity photos taken, right? And you're like, oh, she's a photographer, kids are gonna be perfect for pictures, and blah blah blah. No way. We had our pictures taken by a creek, and not within 5 minutes, he was drenched from the water. God. And I was like, just keep going. Just take them. This is our life.
It is. It is what it is.
And now looking back, it's been a year since we had those maternity photos taken. I'm like, yep, that's still him. He'd still do the same thing today.
Oh, my gosh. And now you got your daughter who can go in there, too.
Yeah, she thinks she can do whatever Bubba can do.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's crazy. That's so exciting to get to talk to business owners like you and... just be on this journey. So that's so neat. So.
I'm just thankful that we have a community like this in Flower Mound because we're actually from Indiana. We moved here about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And this is incredible compared to the community in Indiana because nobody really gets together or, it's always competition this, competition that. And out here it's so... everybody wants to wave at you on the road.
Right.
That's unheard of in Indiana.
I tell you, people are so just nice.
Yes.
And you go to different areas, especially, we've got so many people moving into the Metroplex and Flower Mound for sure. And they're just they're kind of, they're kind of weird. It's no, we're just genuinely nice people.
Yeah, we want to welcome you in.
That's right. I'm a hugger. I hug everybody.
Yes, I am too. I'm sorry, can I hug you? Because that's just my personality.
That's my personality too. I know.
Yes.
So the community of Flower Mound is just, and Greater Flower Mound, I just say Flower Mound, but Greater Flower Mound, I love it. I love the people. I love all the small businesses. We've got so many small businesses.
So many.
And, I hate to call them small businesses because they're going to turn into big businesses, but, it's just so neat to see how many moms definitely who are building a business while raising a family in a great place to call home.
Yes, it's incredible here. Yeah. We love it so much. And when they say it takes a tribe to raise your babies, anytime we go to Heritage Park or, we go to Double Oak that's in Highland Village right there. And, I'm immediate friends with any mom that's got a toddler boy who's climbing all the playground equipment. And it's just amazing. And the community here is fantastic. It's none like any other I've been around.
And I would agree. It's my tagline when I first started in Flower Mound was Flower Mound's a great place to live. Oh. And it truly is.
Yes.
It's just, and I don't think it's one of those things, people will look at Flower Mound, people will look at Frisco, they might look at South Lake, and it's just so hard to explain why Flower Mound is different. Our proximity to the airport, but our people are just really nice.
Yes, people. Anywhere you go around here, it's A+ rating on my book.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So we'll have information about how to contact Whitney and any other things that you want to tell us about?
Well, I told you earlier I'm running a model call right now for birth center births and home births. So that's for any moms that are due between January and March. You get a crazy discount because most women are photographers around here who are birth photographers. It costs thousands of dollars. It's like wedding photography because, but if you compare it to a different standpoint, on a wedding, you have a date and a time you're going to be there. With a birth. You never know when you're going to go into labor. It could be 1 a.m. and I got to wake up and pack my bag and go.
Yeah.
So birth photography is a little different. So there's a reason why it's expensive. But I am running a model call right now. So it is a fraction of the price. So I'm looking to fill those spots up. I'm ready to get back into this.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. And just to you're almost like the obstetricians. Like you're just waiting.
Yes. Waiting for go time. That's what we call it, baby time.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, it's they call it a birth high. And I'm sure that, the OBs get it and the midwives get it. But any time that you hear, I think I'm in labor, these contractions just keep coming, you're like, okay, let's do this. We're having a baby. Even though I'm just there documenting it, and there is your support.
Yeah.
I'm your cheerleader in the background saying, you got this, let's do this, push that baby out. So I'm ready for that again. I love being with moms, supporting them, being there for them. You know, it's my calling. You know, everybody has a calling. This one's mine.
No, that's great. I mean, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
So good deal. Well, I've enjoyed our time together. Yes. Thank you so much. And for sure, if you are pregnant or planning to become pregnant, call Whitney, because she can take care of all the photos of your birth and just make it an incredible experience. And I think the biggest thing is capturing that experience, because I mean, as a mom, it's all a blur. Everything's a blur after that. Mm-hmm. And I wish I would have had somebody there who took some pictures, because I don't even know what happened.
Right. Well, and once you decide you're done having kids, you're done.
Yep, you're done. You are done.
Yep.
So, well, great. Well, once again, it's Kris Wise with Wise About Flower Mound. This is Whitney here and East Layne Photography. So look her up if you have any photography needs. Thank you so much.
Yeah.